welcome to the Liberian Business Alliance Town Hall. I'm just giving it another minute or two for the participants who are joining us to come in to the meeting room. You will notice that we are in webinar mode, so you will only be able to see yourself, but you're in the right place at the right time. So I'm just giving it a couple more minutes before we start to allow participants to come into the room. Thank you for joining. For those of you who are coming into the room, I'm just going to give it another minute or so for participants to join. You are in the right place. We are in webinar mode, hence you can only see yourself, but just allowing for another minute for participants to join. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for taking your time to join us this evening for the inaugural Liberian Business Alliance Town Hall. My name is Sabrina, and I am the founder and president of the Liberian Business Alliance Town Hall. And I'll tell you more about me, my vision, and how we got here this evening a little later. But for now, a welcome to you and to everyone who is joining. Here is our agenda for this evening. We have a lot of information to go through, but we will go through it quite quickly. First of all, I'll start with the town hall address. We'll move to the Liberian Business Alliance mission and objectives. I'll introduce you to the leadership team who are with us this evening, provide an overview of membership, benefits of membership, what our 2021 timeline is, because this is an introduction to who we are. We formally launched in Q1 of 2021. And then after all of that information, we are going to take the time to answer questions that you have. So if there's anything that you want to raise, comments, questions, please use the chat throughout the entire evening, because when we get to the questions and answer, that's where I'll be going to understand the questions that you may have, or the comments or any feedback that you would like to give us. And so now back to me. My name is Sabrina Clark Okobenego, and I am the founder and president of the Liberian Business Alliance, and welcome to the town hall. Tonight has been, I would say, 3 years in the making. And I want to have a very transparent conversation with you about the journey and how I arrived here, as well as some of the concerns I had in getting here. And now in 2020, we are finally here. So for those of you who don't know me, I run 2 businesses here in London. I am the founder and CEO of a business called Build Global. And with that, it is a transformation advisory. We support corporates as well as small and medium businesses. We are committed to building businesses that last and provide a range of transformational support and services to both corporates and small businesses, ranging from strategy to program management of mergers and acquisitions, all the way through to negotiations and strategic planning. My other business is Niche on Demand, and that is a studio where Black creativity, capital, and culture meet. And there we executive produce film, theater, and original content. So those are both my companies. I am a co-founder of Niche on Demand, but I run business Build Global solely. And then I also sit on various boards for organizations across the UK. So that's a little bit about me. That context is very important because it brings me to why I had the vision and the desire to have a business network that is dedicated to Liberians in the United Kingdom. 3 years ago, I started Build Global, the first business that I mentioned. And at that time, I was leaving the corporate environment, having worked in financial services with an investment bank and also as a management consultant. And when I decided to start my business full-time and focus on it full-time, I was very conscious of the various networks that enabled me to do that and the relationships I was able to build as a result of that. I also was acutely aware of the fact that I was called to present or run sessions for a lot of other networks from other African countries. And I would always notice that I was typically the only Liberian in the room. And I identified that there wasn't a business network that I was aware of that was specifically tailored to Liberians in the United Kingdom and Ireland. For those of you who may be confused by my accent, I am based in the UK. I live in London specifically. And so the vision came to start a network that is focused on Liberian business owners and professionals in the United Kingdom. And I mentioned in the beginning of my address that there was skepticism. I had skepticism because when I started to float the idea, as any business person would, and do my market research, the feedback that I received wasn't positive. It was very negative. Literally every person apart from people I can count on my hand said, don't do it. And the reason behind this was because there was a perception that Liberians either weren't serious or focused on partying and drinking and all the negative things or experiences people had had, and they felt it wasn't worth my time, I shouldn't do it. And that skepticism and that negativity did sway me, and I paused. I didn't do anything further. About a year or so later, on a fateful day, I met a fellow Liberian. I was actually leaving a client visit. And most people, when they see me or hear me speak, don't immediately pick up that I'm Liberian, but I will spot a Liberian accent anywhere. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the country, I will spot it and identify it. And so when we were traveling back, I had asked him, where in Liberia are you from? And he was quite shocked that I asked the question in a direct way. And he said, I'm Liberian. Are you Liberian? I said, yes, that's why I'm asking where you're from. And we had a long conversation. And part of that, I had told him about this idea that I was interested in doing and introducing in London. And he introduced me to two different people subsequently, one of whom is one on the leadership team who you'll meet later. And then I thought, okay, I might be ready to start. But even then, I wasn't ready to start because at the back of my mind, I still had this negative perception that had been created. But at the same time, I had this vision and this desire to support our community in this way. And so finally, 2020 happens and coronavirus hits, the pandemic hits, and the world is turned upside down. And I should mention before that, I attended a business networking event it was, I believe, November, December of last year, where the key Liberian heads of states, ministers, etc., came into the UK to talk about the fact that Liberia is open for business. And the investment prospect and the investment opportunities were so bright. I left that session feeling very inspired, but I also didn't leave that session wanting to start the network yet. And so I then waited again, and then eventually came to the point where Corona hits and the world is turning upside down. And then it came. The sense of urgency came that now was the time to do it. And what was different now versus before is that I became acutely aware of the fact that we are the carriers of the legacy. We are the builders of what will happen in our beautiful Liberia. We are the ones that have the skills, that have the infrastructure, who can work in partnership with our Liberians based in Liberia with the skills and the infrastructure to move our nation forward. That for me happens with economic development and prosperity. It doesn't happen outside of it. And I believe business owners and professionals who have the right mindset, the right skills, enable that to be the case. When I look at the fact that our GDP in Liberia, does not increase year on year, teeters between 0 to 0.4%, yet there is so much investment prospects and opportunities and business opportunities, I have to sit back and ask the question, what can we do to support and enable growth for our country that is open to receiving support and enablement of trade and investment opportunities from us as business owners and professionals. I believe in group economics and group intellect, and I believe we only get there together. We don't get there separately. And so, with that sense of urgency, with that desire, and then understanding the environmental changes, the political landscape, everything that's happening. And the reason why I slipped and mentioned Nigeria earlier, because I see what's happening in Nigeria with the various protests. I saw what happened in Senegal. I see what's happening in Tanzania, but I also see what's happening in Ghana. And so when I look at the different stories of African countries and where they are with their growth, and also Rwanda, who has very similar characteristics to us in terms of being on the other side of civil war, but has been able to come together and really focus on the economic prosperity of the country. I believe that Liberia is there. We have the intellect, we have the skills, we have the individuals both within country and both outside of the diaspora, and coming together in a very focused and strategic way can only be beneficial for everyone involved. And so that brings us here today. That brings us at this town hall where we are going to share with you who we are, our vision, and you've heard me speak about it, but very specifically. And hopefully at the end of this, you'll join us and you'll join the vision and be on board with our mission and our objectives to move Liberia forward, and also move Liberian professionals and business owners in the United Kingdom forward as well. And so with that, this is who we are. The Liberian Business Alliance is an association for Liberian business owners and professionals based in the United Kingdom and Ireland. We are a not-for-profit social enterprise registered in Companies House. This is not a profit-making entity. Every leader that you will hear speak tonight is not making money from this. We are all volunteering our time because we believe in what we are trying to achieve here with the Liberian Business Alliance. Our mission is dedicated to establishing a network of Liberian business owners and professionals in the United Kingdom and Ireland who are committed to the development and economic empowerment of Liberia. That is our mission. And in order to do that, to enable that mission to happen, our network plays a key role within that specifically. So then what are our objectives? We have three. The first is to build, support, and invest in Liberian businesses in the UK and Ireland, as well as Liberia. It is crucially important that we are doing all three, because that is how we move forward with our development and economic agendas. The second speaks to our name. We are an alliance. And so our objective is to collaborate in a nonpartisan way with governments, community leaders, business groups, corporations, partners invested in moving the Liberian diaspora community in the UK and Ireland and Liberia forward. There are a number of unions, associations that I've come across in the UK and Ireland. There are community groups as well, and also other special interest groups when I've started this journey that I've come to understand exist within the ecosystem. And my goal as founder and president of the Alliance is to collaborate and work with everyone. We have a very specific mandate in how we move forward with our objectives, but that is not absent of working with any and everyone who has the common purpose and the common goal of moving Liberia forward. While we are focused on the economics of that movement and the development of that movement, and we will do so in a nonpartisan way and work with any administration, both governments, both in Liberia as well as in the UK and Ireland. We want to collaborate and work with as many groups and as people as possible who are also committed to the objective. And then the third objective is to create a world-class Liberian supply chain in the UK and Ireland. I am very interested in understanding who the Liberian business owners are and who the professionals are within the United Kingdom and Ireland. In order for there to be economic prosperity, it happens both with trade and skills. And that is with the professionals as well as the business owners working together in concert to move forward. And so by understanding the supply chain, that means we can support each other's businesses, purchasing services, purchasing products, goods, etc. But that also enables us to be able to identify individuals equipped for future strategies, future activities, etc. So those are our three objectives: to build, support, and invest in Liberian businesses in the UK and Ireland and Liberia; to collaborate in a nonpartisan way with government, community leaders, business groups, corporations, partners invested in moving the Liberian diaspora community in the UK and Ireland and Liberia forward; and then finally to create a world-class Liberian supply chain in the United Kingdom and Ireland. And so with that, I've made references to this already. Our motto is forward together. I've said this numerous times that there is no intention for this group to be in isolation or to work alone. The intent is to collaborate and form alliances with any and everyone, government, public sector, private or not, who is interested in the goal of moving Liberia forward, the economic development of our nation. And so I am not on this journey alone. As I mentioned earlier, there is a leadership team, and I would like to start to introduce you to the leadership team, and you can hear from each of them as they speak and share who they are, their role, why they think this network is important, and the benefits that you will get from membership. And with that, our first leader to introduce you to is Chris Peters. Chris is the head of media and technology for the Liberian Business Alliance. And so Chris, I want to hand over to you so you can share some insights with everyone.
Hello there, my name is Christopher Peters. Presently serving as media and tech. I'm a university graduate with a bachelor degree in media studies with video production, a minor. Also a bachelor degree in digital arts in photography. I was born and raised in Monrovia, Liberia. Presently live in London, United Kingdom. I'm the director and founder of Boss Media, film and television, a filmmaker, a TV and photojournalist. Accredited by the National Union of Journalism in the United Kingdom and the United States Press Association and International Press Photographers. I have previously worked for the BBC, Revelation TV, and served as production assistant at the Bonfire Art film production based in the United Kingdom and Germany. I worked on a documentary for the Accountability Lab global team based in Washington, D.C., a project sponsored by the UNHCR in Monrovia, Liberia, served as film and media consultant. Now, my mission is to change the impact of the generation in Liberia with my experience as a filmmaker and broadcaster and photojournalist. Now, my role as a media and technology and tech involves in providing opportunities for different forms, overseeing the use of various media equipment, including audio, film, and photographic and video equipment. I also oversee or operate highly technical or complex equipment such as multimedia and comfort projection equipment such as broadcasting, live streaming, etc. Also responsible for quality control aspect of media production. So why the network is important? The network it is important because networking in business is one of the best resources for career development and professional success. It helps provide jobs, leads, possibility for advancement. It will also help grow your business and increase your chances of professional success. And it will also help you to understand the importance of networking in business. Now, what the members will get from it. You, the member, will gain an exclusive access to the Liberian Business Alliance that has lots of opportunities and awards. You will also have the opportunity to invest in a Liberian business and also be profiled across our social media and communication channels. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris, for that lovely introduction and insights into who you are and your mission as well. And now it is my pleasure to also introduce the next leader in our team, our community liaison, Dr. Precious Toe.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to have you all here. And thank you once again, Sabrina, for the vision. And like you said, we're going to run with it and it's going to get better and better. So my background is more of law, but then I went into teaching because I had to work around my children. So I changed my career. And now I have my own childcare facilities that I run, educating children in my care, which is what I love to do. My role, like you've heard, is community liaison, is to bring the communities, Liberian communities and other communities together to inform them about what we do on this team. But what we intend to do is, it's not only Liberian, like Sabrina said, those that have the interest of Liberia at heart, and you want to invest in our country to see the powerful economic riches and opportunities that we have in Liberia. And I think it's time Liberia is on the world stage. Like you've rightfully said in your opening statement, we do not have Liberians all over the place. We go for venues and all we see is other people, and then you happen to be the one Liberian in the room. And people still don't believe you are the one Liberian because you don't even sound Liberian anymore because of the people you're mixing with. So this is a very good opportunity for the Liberians in the diaspora, United Kingdom and Ireland, to be able to join our team. And like Christopher rightfully said, you have opportunities that you're going to get from there. We showcase your business. You're on all our platform and avenues, and you understand what Liberia has to offer as well, just in case you want to go on the soil. That's what Sabrina is leading to. And so that's what we do. But my thing is to bring us all together, to inform you of what we are doing, how we're doing it, when we're doing it, and bring the communities together into our system. And why is this network important? It is important because it's not something that happens every day. Like you rightfully said, you withdrew in the beginning, and now you understand it is needful. We really need it in our communities because it's going to bring the Liberians together. Our young people are going to see that we are doing something, and that we're not just sitting down, because like I said, we have good young brains that is in the Liberian community that are doing things, having their own businesses and running clinics and hospitals, but nobody knows where they are and understanding. So with this, they can be able to boldly say, we are ready to stand with the Liberian Alliance and do this and do that. So that would be a good opportunity as well. And yeah, just to showcase the riches of Liberia. Welcome on board, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Precious. And last but certainly not least is our head of marketing and communications, Victor Andrews. Victor, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone by coming off mute, please?
Thanks a lot, Madam President. Good evening, dear fellow Liberians. I'm Victor T. Andrews, as most of you will know. And my background is in business administration with emphasis in marketing. My role in the Liberian Business Alliance is to ensure that the interests, the business and development interests of Liberia is on the minds and lips of every Liberian and everyone with good intention when it comes to investing and creating opportunities in Liberia. So when we were approached recently about this vision from our president. We welcome the idea wholeheartedly. We are convinced that there are enormous opportunities in our country. We are blessed not only with natural resources, but our human resource capacity as well. We are of the conviction that the development of Liberia is not limited to those who are on the home soil. We are Liberians here in the United Kingdom or the diaspora generally. And I'm sure that we have the ability to contribute to the development, both economically and non-profit making wise. Just to briefly say that the Liberian Business Alliance is not limited to profit-making institutions and organizations. You may be non-for-profit, so a charity, an NGO, for example. You are welcome to join, become a member. And we know that Liberians have the vision, as we say. We know that we in the United Kingdom have the capacity. And we know that if we don't do it, there's no one who can do it for us. So we felt encouraged, we felt mobilized, and we made it our determination and resolve to ensure that as marketing and communication, we will ensure that the Liberian Business Alliance is on the minds of every Liberian, be it in the UK or worldwide, and we will ensure as well that the objectives, the vision and mission of the Liberian Business Alliance is fully achieved. So we have that challenge to make sure that we mobilize through communication and marketing. We mobilize Liberians and would-be investors, be it non-Liberian as well, thus contributing wholeheartedly and successfully, the primary objective, successfully towards the economic empowerment of our people, of our nation, and the developmental capacity of our nation. We trust that you Liberians in the UK can do this. So we say, thanks for the vision, Madam President. And then it was one that we could not resist. We encourage all of you who are in attendance today to keep the vision alight, keep it high, and let's work towards it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Victor. As you can see, I think I'm biased, but I have an amazing team of leaders. They are all inspirational. They are all capable. They are all skilled. And that is what we are about. We are making sure we have skills, we have inspiration, and we have the enthusiasm in order to move this forward, because this is how it works. So thank you very much to the leadership team for sharing their insights and their comments. You're going to hear from all of us again when we get to the Q&A, but there are some things that the leaders have brought up that I want to focus on specifically in terms of membership benefits, just to make sure you're clear on that, as well as who can join, what does it mean. But before we do that, I actually will share my screen again, because if you like what you have seen and heard from Chris, who is our head of media and technology, Dr. Precious Toe, who is our community liaison, and our head of marketing and communications, Victor Andrews, there is an opportunity to join us. There are 2 leadership roles that we are still in need of. That is a general secretary and a head of membership. You don't have to have done these roles before in order to join us. We are looking for people who are skilled, who buy into the vision, and who want to come and work with us and enable what we're trying to achieve. So the general secretary will work with me and the leadership team to make sure that we are all in order, that we're clear on our administrative duties and tasks, and they will work very closely with me. And then the head of membership does what it says on the title, is to drive membership and participation within the network. So if you are interested, please do contact us. Go to the website. The job descriptions for these roles are there. www.liberianbusinessalliance.org for more information. So with that, let's get to the practical aspects of how we do this. Who can join the Liberian Business Alliance? It is open to business owners and professionals. Victor rightfully said, you do not have to be a profit-making entity. As long as you have an entity as a business owner, you can join. And if you are a professional in the United Kingdom and Ireland, you can join our network. What is then the membership criteria for business owners? If you are a business owner in the UK and Ireland, you have to be registered at Companies House in order to be eligible under the business owner bracket. You also have to be able to provide your Companies House registration certificates, and you must have a majority ownership by a Liberian based in the United Kingdom and Ireland. So if you are a business owner registered, that has to be the case. Now, if you are somebody with an interest in Liberia or a corporate organization, we will come to that not later today, but when we formally launch. But in terms of Liberian business owners, this is the criteria. Now, if your company is dormant, it doesn't qualify because it does have to be active. And also, annual turnover or your income is not a requirement for membership. There are some associations where you do have to provide your unaudited financial statements. That you don't have to do for us. We just want to know that you are registered and you are active. Therefore, if you fit that criteria, then you can join our association. For individuals who are professionals, and the way that professionals is classed is anyone across any sector. This includes but is not limited to if you are a sole trader, if you are a freelancer, if you are a creative, if you are an artist, if you are a writer, you are a professional, we welcome you. Our association is open to you. This is also open to any professional across any sector. So I've listed some here. This is not an exhaustive list, but this gives you an idea. So if you are a professional in media and entertainment, in healthcare, in professional services, financial services and banking, government, public, technology, insurance, hospitality, you are all welcome. You do not have to currently be employed to join. Again, I repeat, you do not have to currently be employed. If you are in any of these sectors in between employment, the association is open and welcome to you. So then moving on in terms of membership benefits. So let me just go back for a second. Some of our leaders, all of our leaders, excuse me, have already talked about the membership benefits that you will get, but I think it's important to be very clear and just outline all of them for you. Not all of them, but a lot of them for you. So you will have access to exclusive Liberian Business Alliance opportunities and rewards, and I'll refer to one towards the end of our town hall today. You will have a platform to build professional and capable networks across sector and industry. This is what Chris was mentioning when he talked about the value of a business network and the importance of a business network, particularly for our community. You'll be profiled across our social media and communication channels. This is also mentioned by both Chris and Pressures. We will be registering you for registered businesses, having a business directory. This is for business owners only. This is to ensure that if there was ever a request, if people want to know who does what, want to procure services, there's an easy directory for people to be able to do that. You'll also have the opportunity to attend masterclasses and skills building sessions at no additional cost of your membership. So there will be sessions focused on branding, on cash flow, on P&L, on the various things and various skills that is required to be successful as a business owner, as well as successful as a professional. We will be running those in 2021 and onwards, and that is at no additional cost to you for your membership. You will also have the opportunity to pitch your business to investors, and I think all of us reference this, but this will be an opportunity to do. And if you are an investor or someone with an interest in investing in Liberian businesses, this is the opportunity for you to do so as well. This is not an exhaustive list, excuse me, of membership benefits, but this is some of the key highlights that you will be able to have access to as a member of the Liberian Business Alliance. So how much does all of this cost? The cost of membership for the Liberian Business Alliance is annual and is £250 per year, which roughly equates to about £20 per month. That is a lot of value and a lot of benefit for roughly about £20 per month. As I think it was Victor who said earlier, this is not about driving profit, this is about driving value. And with that, we believe that with the benefits that you get is commensurate to the membership payment. Now, I mentioned earlier that we don't formally launch until 2021. And so we're not going to be asking for you to sign up or anything this evening. This is just an information session for you to be able to understand who we are, what our intent is, what we're trying to achieve, and the cost for doing so. And so what happens next? What are our timelines? Our timelines are as follows. So we actually formed the founding team in September of this year, as I mentioned earlier when I spoke, and we had our first leadership team meeting in October, and that brings us to our inaugural town hall, which is today. And we're so happy that you are here and joining us and understanding our vision. What then happens after today is that we will be having a follow-up. Everything that we discussed tonight, including this session, is being recorded. We will make available on our website and also make available on our social media channels for you to refer to, but also to share. We then will be having a full website launch. So we have a holding site up right now, and we will continue to update information periodically between now and January, but our full website will be launching in January as well. We formally launched the network. It becomes official in Q1 of 2021, and to be very specific, are in February. And that is when we'll be coming back in a form similar to this with more people, celebrating the fact that we are formally launching. And it is at that point, we will be asking for people to join our association. So between now and then, this is just about you getting to understand us, our vision, our mission, our objective, as Victor said, having the Liberian Business Alliance mindful and on the lips of every Liberian worldwide. And so that is the activity that's happening between now and Q1 of 2021. So lots of to do between now and the new year. And you will notice that the approach for this town hall has been very informal, and that's been very intentional. But after today, the formal letters of invitation for our dignitaries, existing chairs, etc., will follow for the formal launch in February 2021. And so that then brings us to any questions that you have, any feedback that you have for us. You've heard from us. I've shared a lot of information. And so now over to you. Any questions that you may have, please pop it in the chat, or any comments that you may have, also put it in the chat, and we will respond accordingly based on what you have to say. I see a comment from Emily, and she's saying she's quite impressed about our initiative. She doesn't live in the UK and Ireland. The world is small, so she knows that our paths will cross somehow. And she is Emily E. Erkstein. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. She lives between France and Switzerland, and she wishes us, Victor, and the rest of the team all the best. Thank you very much for your comments, Emily. Does anyone have any questions or any comments? You can put it or share it directly with us. And I think we have a hand that is raised. So 1 second. You can unmute yourself. I think it's Councillor Collins. Okay. and you should be able to unmute yourself now. Do you want to ask your questions? I've just unmuted you.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Councillor Alpha Bird Collins. I'm the Goodwill Ambassador for Liberia around the world. I'm a licensed FIFA players agent. And again, I do a lot of good works, and I'm very pleased about what you folks are doing. And I would like to stress that I'm the first Liberian to be a politician within the UK. I'm an elected councillor, and I'm so pleased about you folks, what you folks are gearing to do for our great country, Liberia. And if you folks, wherever you think that I'm needed, please get in touch with me and I'll be able to lend a helping hand. I'm a professional, of course. I have a Master of Laws degree in law. And also, I'm doing my PhD research, and I'm willing to reach out to our people in every which way so that we will be able to promote Liberia. It's all about Mother Liberia. And I thank you all. May God bless you all for the initiative. And as I said earlier, whatsoever in which way you think I may be of some assistance, please make it your business to call upon me, and I will be hopefully be able to lend a helping hand through the power of God. God bless you all, and thanks.
Thank you very much, Counselor, and we will take you up on your offer. I think of ideas now of how we can use your help and support. So thank you firstly for your kind words and for the work that you are doing. So we will definitely be taking you up on your offer of support. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Bye.
Thank you. And so, Prabhakar, I think that is, I hope I'm not, I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You should be able to speak.
Yeah, no problem at all. Right, I'm in the same town council as Councillor Alpha.
Okay.
Elstree and Borehamwood. Attended one of your programs connected about last year, I think before COVID, somewhere in the South Bank.
Okay.
Liberian business, yeah. Liberian, UK Liberian business. Now, I just wanted to know one thing, whether do you help businesses to establish themselves in Liberia, or is it your only agenda is to promote Liberian business in UK?
So in the first instance, our focus is Liberian businesses in the UK and Ireland. And when you say help Liberian businesses establish themselves, do you mean help in terms of how they form, help in terms of investments? What specifically do you mean?
I don't know if you worked with this. The TOWNHALL has got one UK Business Alliance with the rest of the world. And there's also one UK IBC, Indian Business Council. Mm-hmm. When a new business wants to set itself up in UK, you get a lot of help from them in terms of a place to establish yourself, where to get people, what the alliances that you can have in terms of business connections. You know, that way, how to get legal help, an auditor. You know, that kind of thing it does. Probably if you can make any of the businesses that come from Liberia to UK, that'll be good. Do you have any such thing in Liberia for businesses which want to establish themselves in Liberia?
Okay, so I see. So there's two parts to your question. There's one, what is the support that we provide to individuals who want to start or form a business in the UK and Ireland? And what are the resources we would give them? I think that's the first part of your question. And then the second part of your question is then for Liberian business owners who may want to form businesses in the UK and Ireland, is there support for them? Are those both your questions?
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Okay.
Like if, for example, if I get you an Indian investor tomorrow, mm-hmm. What help will he get in Liberia to establish himself?
In Liberia to establish himself. Now I understand what you're saying. So let me take all three questions in one by one. So in terms of the individuals who are part of our network, who may be a professional who wants to form a business and requires support on how to do that, of course, they can contact us and there will be sessions geared towards how to actually do that. The association is coming from a assumption of maturity and that the business has already been started, but that doesn't preclude individuals who are professionals who either have a side hustle or want to start their business, and we would support them with that. Absolutely. Yeah. Secondly, in terms of then what support do we provide Liberian business owners who want to form in the UK and Ireland? We want to be the bridge. So of course we want them to contact us, and then we can help them establish themselves by taking them through Companies House and what they need to do, and also pointing them to various people within our network. It's important that we understand who the network involves, hence my comment earlier about the supply chain and knowing who's here. In terms of your then third question about what if I bring an Indian investor tomorrow and they want to invest in a Liberian business, what support will we then give to that Indian investor? That question is, it depends on what the Indian investor wants. Does the Indian investor want to provide seed capital? Are they wanting to have an equity engagement or equity play? Because then that then determines which businesses we showcase to that investor. We want to be the place where that Indian investor thinks about when they want to invest in Liberian businesses. But I would have more questions about what that investor wants to get in order for that investor to be aligned to the right business owner, depending on what the objective is. So if it's just about equity investment, that's one thing. If it's just about angel investment, that's another thing. So those would be the types of questions that I would be asking. And then as we mature as an association, we will be having investor sessions so we can talk to investors about what they would like and what support they would need.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right,
Any other comments? I saw you nodding your head, Victor, when the questions were being asked. I just wanted to check if you wanted to add any additional comments. You're on mute, Victor.
Yeah, I was simply trying to make sure that you understood the third part of his question, which appear his most significant part to me.
Yeah.
But you got it finally. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. And the next person is, it comes up as Techno. So Techno,
I be a musician.
We have a Techno, I think you can speak now and ask your question.
Is it Techno?
Yeah, that's how your name comes up. Your name itself doesn't come up. It comes up Techno. So you can speak. We can all hear you. What's your question?
I think the device I'm using is Techno Mobile. Maybe that's why.
That's why. So what's your name so we know we can call you by your first name?
Anyway, my name is Famuli Jabaten.
Okay.
Nice. I live in Manchester. Well, I got your information from my managing director of AfriSusu.
Okay.
I'm the CEO of AfriSusu. It's a financial service institution that we have. It was established almost like 3 years ago. And we also run a business, a shipping business called Kuroja. I've been in business in the UK for 8 years. Hopefully, next year will be our 9th year in shipment. We have a warehouse in Guinea where we do our shipping. We will be going to Nigeria a few months from now. We have a Nigerian partner. Well, I think, Sabrina, you have said everything. I truly appreciate what you just initiated, but I got a few questions.
Go for it.
First of all, I'm a Liberian. I grew in Banga and later on moved to Monrovia, where I had 1 or 2 establishments in Liberia, but due to situation, most of our businesses were closed down. As I speak now, there are 2 things that I really want to know first. Your connections with the UK Liberian Association. That's number 1. Number 2, the Liberian associations here in the UK, the ULOC. That's another thing that I really want to know. What is your relationship with them? Now, regarding this project that you have initiated, I saw a series of benefits. But what I didn't understand, your new membership or potential membership want to get more benefit from your initiative. This is a network of non-profit making. Now, if an investor, a Liberian, because what we have, we could share similar idea with your institution, as it is a global network for all Liberians. Now, what will be an interested person? We have so many Liberians in the diaspora. Holland, I live in Holland before. They have interest in investing in Liberia, but they have the kind of thing is like a shortcoming in their profit. I mean, in capital. You have a brilliant network that you established now. The Liberian Business Association in Liberia have similar initiative. What is the capacity since we just starting? Do you have any idea to say, look, okay, we have a workshop. If you want to invest in Liberia, these are some of the things we will be doing. We might not be capital intensive, but we can help you to show you one or two ways, provide us certain business plan that we can look at that is profitable and we can all join to see what we can do. Is there anything like that? Because somebody want to join your institution to know, oh, I don't have a capital, but there is LBA that can help to finalize one or two, maybe, how do you call it? Expertise, something like expatriate in Liberia from your point for where you come from. Like we will have an expatriate in Liberia with liaise with some governmental agency or some business association, such as the Liberian Business Association. So is there any idea of such?
Sure. So I've heard three questions. First, what is the existing relationships with the existing Liberian associations in the UK and Ireland?
Yeah, Ireland and go ahead.
The UK and Ireland. The second question is, there is a lot of activity. This is a non-for-profit making organization, and I've outlined the benefits, but what about the other asks that members may have? And then thirdly, if there is somebody who wants to invest in a Liberian business, how would they be supported? What can we provide those individuals? Are those the three questions?
Yeah, another one here, maybe slack out, is the Liberian educator. We got an information. What is your connection with the UK Liberian Chamber of Business? Something that was established a few months ago or something, if you're aware of it.
So no, I wasn't aware that there was a UK Liberian Chamber of Business established. Was anybody else on the leadership team aware that that was established a few months ago? No. Okay. So I was not aware that that was established. I don't know what the marketing communications around that was, but I wasn't aware. Victor, you can come off mute and speak to that.
Yeah, he's just to be more specific, nomenclature-wise, name-wise, Liberia Chamber of Commerce UK, right?
Yes.
My brother?
Yes.
Yeah, Chamber of Commerce, not Liberia Business. Yeah.
No, Liberia.
I'm just clarifying.
Liberia UK Chamber of Commerce is an establishment.
Chamber of Commerce.
I think I know one of the leadership who communicated with me. I was thinking it was you people. They call Prince Taylor. So if you live in the UK, I think Prince Taylor was a former leader of ULO. So he had that communication. So I was wondering whether it was similar, but from Sabrina introduction, I just realized that you guys have two different organization structure right now.
Yes.
You're just not even aware of that. So that's where I came.
Yeah, and no, and nor would we be, and we will in the next 12 months be aware of a lot of things that we're not aware of now. That there's nothing wrong with that, because everybody has different focuses, different things that they're engaged in. What I said in the offset, though, is we are willing to work with and collaborate with any and everyone. So the fact that I'm not aware that there exists, from my perspective, is not a negative thing. I think that's a positive thing, because then my next question would be to understand what their vision is, what their objectives are, and then how we can align with our common interests. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. And we will then follow up with not just that organization, all the other organizations that I have come across in this journey, and everybody else on the leadership team. So what is the relationship with us and the other Liberian associations? I think, Victor, you should start with that, given your role in the other associations. So let's start with you first, Victor.
Yes, one brother from Afrisusu.
Yeah.
I'm the chairman of the Liberian Community Organization. And as the Liberian Business Alliance is a new initiative, having listened and I think read some of the materials here, it started only in September, and this is November. So marketing and communication wise, we have been in liaison with these different organizations. But just because we are just about 2 months old, this organization cannot call itself a member of any one of these organizations. No, if that's what you meant. But certainly, we are in communications with almost all, or certainly majority of the Liberian organizations. We make sure the communication reach them. And presumably, because I'm not watching everybody yet, presumably they are in this meeting because verbally they committed themselves to being in this meeting.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
No, the veto have answered. That one is important because you just started, and with that answer, I truly agree with you. If you give me my own to make a contribution to your platform right now before I leave, this is what Liberia need right now. What kind of network can we put together that can help the UK businesses, Liberian businesses here and back home? Most of the organizations, we constantly collaboration, coordinating, and these are the platform of that. So you have an organization that has been established. Let me make it specific. ULOC has been established, but no ULOC leadership or member will say this is the benefit. So with this LBA, the nomenclature alone qualify you to be part of it, Liberian Business Alliance. That gave the opportunity to ULOC to say, if you are a member of our organization, there is a profitable or there is a beneficial organization by the name of LBA that we can channel your membership through or that we can liaise with.
I see what you're saying. So let me address that and address it very directly. As a business person, there can be more than one entity operating in the same space at the same time, and that is perfectly okay. I have a very specific and very clear vision of what the Liberian Business Alliance is, the direction that we will be going to, and what is required for us to get there. That happens with the formation that we have. Now, are we then willing to work with any and everyone? Yes, but that does not mean that we get acquired, if you will, by a parent organization. It means that we operate with our mandates and our vision to move forward, and we invite any and everyone who is willing to come to the table as an equal partner to move forward. Now, if there is an existing business aspect of ULOC, absolutely, there's more than enough space for everyone to operate and move forward with the objectives that they have. But it's not a prerequisite, nor is it a requirement that we have to form under a parent organization. That's not the intent. But we will work with and collaborate with anyone and everyone, all organizations, to support and achieve the objective. Does that help you and understand clearly my position?
No, it's clearly make me to understand. I'm happy. So that's it.
Good.
Anyway, thank you so much. We will be on board, and if there any question from us, we have. If you look on our website, we are fully registered. Those two institutions that I'm the CEO for, we are fully registered.
Great.
The other is a financial institutions where in Manchester we provided loan to some taxi drivers that have their broken downs or that was other job. We did that. We're about to launch our program in March this year, but due to coronavirus, we couldn't do it. And we start with our shipping. We've been in that one for a long time now. We got our this year in Manchester, a very large compound that we engage. But I think I'm really in support of your idea. I'm a businessman. We started in Liberia and we are here. So whatever initiative, we call it community initiative support. I'm fully willing to be part. You can join the Manchester Chamber of Commerce. Why you can't join the Liberian Business Alliance?
Yeah,
You know,
and I think and I understand your point, and I want to just finalize it to allow other people to comment as well. Is there is no difficult choice that people have to make here. They can join as many associations and networks and communities as they like. Just because you're part of one doesn't mean you can be part of the other. That's not what we're about as an association. This is about moving Liberia forward. That is the objective. And because we have a very clear mandate of what we need to do within the LBA is why I'm being very specific. That does not exclude or preclude anybody else from doing what they think is best, because ultimately we're all going to benefit from it as Liberians.
thank you so much. Your mandate is clear and everything is to the point, and I commend you for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So Harris, thank you for, is it Harris Samuels? So hi Sabrina and all, thank you and your team for the great efforts and brilliant idea. I'm looking forward to working with you all. I'm still learning from you as well as the organization. I'm sure I will ask more questions or contribute in the future as my understanding grows. Thank you very much for your comments. Just want to check any other questions, any other comments before we close from anyone. Okay, Roland. We can hear you, Roland. Oh no, I think you might have muted yourself. I'm asking you to unmute. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
This is Roland Bala. I'm a farmer, and I represent the community in different ways. I serve as Secretary General to the organization ULOC, of which Jabate is one of the executive members of the committee. We received this communication through the vigorous effort of Brother Victor. We put it on our platform and we commented, and we bought the idea to be here as individual, so to represent our organization, and we relay and convey the message in our committee meetings. This is what we want. We want people to proliferate. We want people to come up with innovation, ideas. We want people to inspire us, because a community does not run on an empty stomach. It does not just run by making sending letters or emails or having parties. No, I heard from the very first introductory statement you made, the negativity that follows when the idea is born, when something comes to the spirit of somebody and they want to deliver. Sometimes you have the feeling, is my ideas going to be bought? When I sell it, are people going to rebuke, or are they going to buttress what I want to do? And I thank you for the strength and for the team coming along with you to stand by you, to just introduce yourself as to what you want to do, and the inspiration that the thing that led you to be here today. It really, brought me. It brought certain level of enthusiasm in me, because it's not easy. Because sometimes there's a fear that we want to do something, but maybe we might think that we will fail. But if you want to do business, you have to be ready to fail. You have to fall down and wake up and learn from the experiences. So taking a bold step to be here today, I'm at work. Sorry for the little noise behind me. Taking a bold step to be here today, I commend you, and we will support you in various ways. We will support you on our platform. We disseminate the information. We will tell friends, and we encourage people to come on board to do business. And when you talk about Liberia, that's our borderland. We can do every little thing. Somebody can make gardens. Somebody can teach schools. You go for holiday, you just tell the children that I'm from the UK, I brought this for you. It's something from Europe and all of those things, the ideas. People are going to buy it. So you have come out to the platform to sell it. I mean, don't forget the challenges will come. The hindrances will come. Different things will come, but you have, as I keep hearing from you, that we have an agenda. And I listen to the objectives that you have listed, those 3 objectives. they really make me think that I think this initiative will go further and will prosper. So I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to say on behalf of myself and ULOC, we say thank you for the initiative, and we will buy the idea. We want for you to be stronger and push it harder. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kind words, and also thank you for taking the time to join us and also represent the organization. Really, really appreciate that and appreciate your comments. So thank you again. And Annie, thank you for your comment. It reads, very much appreciated, well done, great vision, and I'm glad to be part of this. I'm representing the Liberian Medical Association in the UK, and will get the message from you all back to them. As the Secretary General of the Association, I say again, well done. Thank you very much for your kind words, Annie. Really appreciate and extend a warm welcome and regards to the Medical Association in the UK. Any other final comments or questions before we close for the evening from anyone? Go ahead, Victor. You're on mute.
Okay. Yeah, if there is no one else, no other comment or question, I would just like to say thanks once again for all those who are in attendance, who took up the time, and to remind you that we will be coming to you repeatedly with marketing materials. We will keep this organization and our darling nation, Liberia, on your minds and on your lips. So thanks for the words of encouragement there from the Medical Association executive and ULOC executive. And as we said earlier, Liberia is every Liberian's business. We believe in your capacity. We know that you can do it. That's why we say thanks to the president for this brainchild that she had. And we feel instinctively encouraged to support it. Our dear fellow Liberians, we have the capacity, we have the abilities, and we have life. We can make it happen. It is not a matter of choice, it's a must once we are alive. So let's keep it going. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. And that leads me very nicely to any closing comments from our leadership team. So Chris, final words from you as you're sitting there very relaxed in your studio at Boss Media. You want to come off mute and give us any final words or comments before we close?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you all for coming, and also I would say to our president, thank you so much for the idea. This is a fantastic idea, and it's something that will help shape businesses of Liberians based in the UK and Ireland, and also to help support Liberians in Liberia who are struggling. So I would like to ask everyone to take the opportunity, like our communication, Victor said, yeah, we'll continue coming to you. I will use the media to be able to communicate through broadcasting, live streaming. Yeah, that's how we're going to do. So I just wish everyone a success in whatever business that you are in. We are here to support you. Once again, thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. And Dr. Precious, you come off mute so we can hear your beautiful voice. There you go.
Muted. Oh, wow. It's been a really fruitful day and awesome. Thank God for Victor and you. Thank you all for coming on. And like the gentleman Techno rightfully said, there are other communities and other organizations. That's what we're going to liaise with all of you. We will take it upon ourselves to find out the different businesses and things in like the community in London, and then we're going to figure out how we all can work together. Or like Sabrina rightfully said, we're not just a stagnant entity. We are here to move forward for the Liberians and everybody there are. So thank you all for coming and taking the time. And thank you all for your wonderful encouragement. And we love you all. Let's work together. God bless you.
Thank you. So just a couple of final things from me. Please keep updated by joining our mailing list. You can go to our website, www.liberianbusinessalliance.org. Follow us across all social media at Liberian Business Alliance, across all social media platforms, including LinkedIn. Thank you, Estelle, for your kind words. She said, thank you, Sabrina and the team, for your brilliant initiative. Thank you very much. And so join us, follow us, and I'll end by saying, as the leadership team have said, we really do appreciate you taking the time to come and listen to what we have to say, to share the vision of what we want to achieve in 2021 and beyond. Our motto is forward together. So we don't do this without you and your support and enabling this to be successful. This is not about me or any one of us. It's about the collective group coming together and collaborating to achieve the objective. So I'm very excited about this new chapter, about what we're going to achieve together. So thank you for your time, your questions, your challenge. Thank you for all of it. And we will see you at our launch in February of 2021. In the meantime, you'll be hearing from us through all the various channels that Victor and Chris have mentioned. Have a very good evening, and we look forward to you joining us again. Thank you very much, and have a good night.